I'm going to make a video on the glitter pens using Pentel R.S.V.P pens. Take off the caps. Take a piece of electrical tape, wrap it around the tip, and then I put it in a foam, not a box, those little foam thingies you get from the plant section at Walmart. Second pen, I like to work on 2 at a time, at least. Remove the bottom cap. Make sure those are down in there. I've already got my epoxy mixed. These are actually the 3rd and 4th pens I've done. My last video, it was just horrible. Pour some glitter into this cup. You don't need a whole lot. And I think the color I will use, I will do Peachy Olives Sookie. Add a little bit. You can always add more if it's not enough. Mix. Definitely think it needs more. I think that's good. So I'm going to start over here and take the little popsicle stick and let the epoxy fall into the pen. I did not come up with this, by the way. Somebody in a Tumblr, or as a glitter group, came up with this, and she was kind enough to share her process. She gave step-by-step instructions with pictures, and I posted the pens that I made using her instructions, and I've had a lot of questions about it, so I thought it might help to have a video. So I hope the person who came up with this does not mind. Because I know I was scrolling like a mad woman through the comments trying to see how this was done. Because they're so pretty. And see, there was a little bit of overflow right there. And it should sink in. I don't know if you saw that. If your epoxy starts getting too thick, what I do is I take my mini torch and just blast it into my epoxy cup real quick, and that will usually thin it out. Now I have made probably going on 20, including these ones so far. And I've only had one of them not right. And I didn't test them before I started, which I probably should, so that way I know if it's me or if it's the pen. But I think so far 1 out of a total of 15 that I've tested, it's not bad. And it was probably the pen. I'm going to let that keep working its way down while I start another color. Kind of want to see what Mr. Nola's Zulu will look like. I have not done a black one yet. Oh, dripped it right onto the pen. But that's okay. I will clean that up later. And this epoxy is getting kind of thick, which is why it's moving pretty slow, so I might just warm it up a little bit, very carefully, because too much will ruin the plastic. But you warm it up enough, a heat gun would probably actually be better. But I don't feel like digging my heat gun out. Just enough heat to thin it out so it goes down a little bit quicker. Warm it up. I think it works best with really fresh epoxy and extra fine glitter. I've done, this right here is fine, so I've done extra fine, worked really well. Fine works really well, and I've done some mixed size, not like full-on chunky. Although I guess I did. I used Yaya's Chunky Hollow Royal Blue, and that came out really nice. Chunky's a little bit more difficult. I've actually even used the confetti dots. So, it can be done. And this is why I like to do 2 at a time. It also could be because my epoxy is setting, so that's why it's going so slow. I'm running out of butane. And you're going to want to just let the air bubbles rise to the top. And my red is overflowing. It's bound to happen. So what I'll do is grab a wipe and knock over my phone in the process. Sorry about that, guys, but I'm not doing another video. I've already tried like 5 times and something keeps happening. So we're just going to roll with it this time. I think the problem there was there's an air bubble right underneath all that glitter. So when it came up to the surface, it pushed some of it out. It's probably going to happen again. This doesn't normally happen to me, only because I'm making a video. What did I do with my Zulu? Right here. Seriously, the only reason I'm having to do this is because I'm taking a video. And I have to grab more butane. Seriously, it's never this big of a deal. We're getting there, though. Some air bubbles in here. Can you see that? Right there. Trying to coax them to come up. big bubble. Just trying to get that to move down. This Zulu one may be a fail due to user error. I also think my epoxy is just getting too thick. This is the third and fourth pins that I've done. Because I tried to make a video, like I said, stuff just kept happening. There we go. Now that bubble's coming up to the top. And just keep thinning out the epoxy that the glitter is in. So see, even when you do kind of mess it up, you can fix it. And by you, I mean me. Alright, finally. I think that's good. So I'm going to look at the red one. I don't see any giant air bubbles. So I'm going to take the cap, put the cap back on. You want that on before it sets. And I'll take the tape off while knocking over my phone again. Please forgive me for that. And then, I'll test it, whatever, just write. Make sure you write something good and long. I'm just writing my full name. Put loves her hubby. And it continues to write, so that means that it's good. And then just let it set. If somebody ever comes up with a way to get rid of all the micro bubbles, let me know. And this time I'm going to try not to knock over my phone. Taking the tape off. Tape is off. Forgot to put the cap on first. We'll write again. Kayla loves making pretty glitter pens, and it is a success. Alright, well, through all the malfunctions of my video, hopefully it helps.